Introduction to Economics, Roots of Economic Way of Thinking, Part 6, adapted from my college notes taken a couple of years ago, presented by Doug Bainbridge. From Part 5, a little review. A couple of things to think about when considering supply and demand. Economists Thomas Malthus and David Ricardo are cited in the notes at this point, and reading literature by them and about them can be quite a useful venture in my opinion. Those two things. One, change in quantity demanded means moving along the demand curve, means the change is affected by a change in price. Change in demand, that is, the demand curve moves, means that something other than price is affecting the situation being modeled by the analysis. Superior goods versus inferior goods. Now we're talking about factors that are other than price that can affect demand. With superior goods, if the income of the consumer increases, then the demand for the superior good increases. If the income for the consumer decreases, then the demand for superior goods decreases. If the income for the consumer increases, then for inferior goods, the demand decreases. If the income for the consumer decreases, then the demand for inferior goods increases. The desired rate of consumption is a function of many factors that may include price of the item, income of the consumer, price of complementary items, and price of substitute items. Changes in the price of the item can cause changes in quantity demanded, and changes in the other factors can cause change or shift in the demand curve. And this follows from the 2 points in the previous slide. And now to compare substitute goods and complementary goods. For the example of substitute goods, we will use oranges as a substitute for kumquats. If the price for oranges increases, then the demand for kumquats will increase. If the price for oranges decreases, then the demand for kumquats will decrease. Moving on to complementary goods. And in this example, kumquat peelers are complements of kumquats. So if the price of kumquat peelers increases, then the demand for kumquats decreases. If the price for kumquat peelers decreases, then the demand for kumquats increases. The next set of videos and slides, Part 7, will add to these concepts by going over how to represent Part 6 information with supply and demand curves. So we can look at this in a graphical format and see it in more of a picture as opposed to just words as represented here. Again, this is presented by Doug Bainbridge. Thank you.